Oh, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Carrie, Adam, and Storm is back. And it's just us. This is going to be wonderful today.
2 days in a row.
How are you this morning?
How are you guys?
Doing wonderful.
Yeah.
I stayed up till midnight playing Ultimate Frisbee in the park last night.
Oh, geez.
Had to get my cardio in, Adam. It's getting late.
Had to hit the steps.
Yeah, they put a new field in right over here about a good drive from my house.
Did you hit your 10,000 steps?
Probably. Anyway, what are we talking about today, Adam?
Title of today's, sorry, I just got a text. The time is now, and this is why.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah, let's dive in. You ready?
I'm good to go. Let's talk about why now is the right time to start looking at, investing into an ISI elite training franchise. So I think maybe we'll start at the top. I think the biggest thing is, we're obviously dealing with a global pandemic. I don't know if you guys have heard the news.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Win the day. You can just FedEx mine up here to New York. So I think the first thing we should start off with is when we get engaged with this process, a lot of times people come and they say, hey, I'm interested in learning more about becoming a franchisee. What does the timeline look like? And when we first start having our conversations working with me, it's going to be about a 4 to 8 week, call it maybe a 4 to 6 week process of education, understanding, being introduced to people within the brand, meeting Adam, coming into Charlotte, meeting the team. And then there's a whole bunch of paperwork that has to happen before you actually become a franchisee. But from there, you then have another 6 to 9 months before you're realistically open. So all told, we're talking about 9 to 12 months from now before the doors of your new business is open. So that's the first thing, is that when you engage in investing in a franchise, you're not looking at immediate gratification. We're now looking at opening sometime next summer, next fall. So you have to ask yourself, visioning forward, what do I think this pandemic is going to have an effect on when I'm opening my business in the future? That's the first thing. I think the second thing that we get into is what's going on a real estate standpoint, what's going on from, and I hate the word, but a competitor standpoint. And I think what's going on with the health of people here in America standpoint, right? So guys, you want to give us some examples maybe of what's happening in the real estate world right now?
Yeah, I'd love to. And I think, without going full force forward, it's like right now, I truly believe is the absolute best time to get into this particular, I'm not even saying ISI, into this industry. ISI, of course, I'm biased. And I do believe, yeah, represent. But here's the thing, better real estate deals than we've ever seen. What does that do? That drives your profitability, right? So if you're getting, for instance, if you're getting a deal that is $2,000 cheaper than it was a year ago, that's compounded over the course of, just say a year, that's $24,000 a year extra you're getting right now. So we're seeing real estate deals with substantial free rent. We're seeing TI still playing in the field of anywhere from 40 to 65 a foot from a cold dark shell. We're seeing landlords compromising on what particular uses they want in plazas. So maybe before they weren't looking for a gym and they were reserving that spot for a restaurant, a corner unit with maybe potentially a patio outside. Now they're open to, there's so much opportunity in the real estate world right now. And then in addition to that, there's so much opportunity right now from a territory standpoint. And Carrie, you can and Storm, you guys can kind of talk about that of where we are and where we're saturated and where we're heading. But when you have a brand that is this aggressive, that has this much synergy in it from this early of a stage, the huge opportunity is claiming some of that territory, because within a year, 2 years, if you wait on it, the most prime territory, for instance, we had a signing today for Charleston, one of the most prime real estate places I mean, my buddy ran an Orange Theory down there. They had 1,700 members. 1,700. They were netting $160,000 per month profit. Stupid.
It's only like a little bit of money per month.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, let me touch on real quick. You mentioned TI, and I'm sure that the majority of people out there probably don't know what TI is. TI is tenant improvement dollars. It's one of the four big financial things that you can negotiate with a landlord. Obviously, the first one being the amount you're going to pay for rent. Second one being how much work they're going to do for you before you go into the facility. Third one is how much free rent you're going to get once you open your business. So you have a little bit of runway time. And then the fourth one is that TI, which is tenant improvement dollars. So that's work that the tenant pays for to upgrade or upfit that space. And the landlord actually provides a reimbursement of dollars per square footage to the tenant once all the permitting and the work is completed. So those are four things on the real estate side. Let's move over to what's happening in the competitive space. We're seeing some facilities close, some file. A lot of mom and pops might not be coming back. A lot of chains facing substantial challenges. Storm, I've heard you talk about this a couple of times. You want to take the lead on this for us?
Yeah. So, first thing I want to preface is if you guys have had an opportunity to check out the white paper that we wrote, talking about some of the unique things that are going on in our space, and then you guys have probably heard some of this before. If you are looking for that white paper and you need us to send it, don't hesitate to reach out to Carrie, Adam, or myself. We'll send it to you. But right now is a really unique time to look into boutique fitness. And one of the things that we address in the white paper are all of the headlines that you've probably heard throughout this COVID-19 epidemic, which are that big box gyms are all filing for bankruptcy protection, right? So you've got the Gold's Gyms of the world, right? File for bankruptcy protection, 24-hour fitness, right? To name another. And I don't mean to pick on these guys. These are just the facts. They filed for bankruptcy protection. And there are a number of other really big box gyms. One of them up here in the Northeast is Sports Clubs International, which for us would be Philadelphia Sports Clubs. In New York, it's New York Sports Club. They filed for bankruptcy protection. I used to belong to one of those facilities, and it was 200,000 square feet. I mean, these are massive facilities that without the membership just cannot sustain. And for those that are operating in the boutique fitness space, that presents a really unique opportunity because, one, you're going to have a number of gym goers, right, that are looking for a new home, right, and might be willing to try something that's a little bit new. So for ISI to step into one of those markets where some of these gyms have closed, there's an opportunity to capture some of that market share. But two, the thing that we're seeing, and I just saw this, right, I was just in Adam's home state of Iowa, and went out to grab lunch. And in the shopping center that I went to go grab lunch in, there's a big Gold's Gym with nobody parked out front. That's 20,000 square feet of vacancy smack dab in the center of a massive shopping center, right? So that's probably going to end up being subdivided out, and it's prime real estate for a boutique fitness brand to step in, or potentially multiple boutique fitness brands, right? You could subdivide that space out and then go from there. So right now, landlords are looking to avoid vacancy, right? They're a little bit more lenient with things like free rent. They're willing to give a little bit on TI dollars and invest in the occupants in their units. And there's just that much more opportunity for those that are looking into the space right now.
Yeah, I had lunch with Nick Sheehan yesterday in Greenwich, Connecticut, and obviously Greenwich is a very, very wealthy area. And I was just amazed walking down the street what type of vacancy I saw on that street. And so, I encourage people as they're driving around or walking through their towns to look at what's going on in some of these neighborhoods and some of these properties. All right, before we run out of time, I want to talk about the third part, which is that not necessarily the competition, but what's happening with people here in America, sitting on their couch, afraid to come into the facility. Adam, why is this such a big opportunity right now?
Well, I mean, I think I could speak for an hour on this. Number one is we're the most obese we've ever been. Everybody needs fitness, right? So there's the opportunity. what you're going to hear right now is, oh, you know, we don't know which direction things are going to go. Is it going to be more at home? Is it going to be the Pelotons? Is it going to be more creation in that? Are they going to gain more market share? Here's the thing that I am projecting and that I'm seeing in the trenches, ground floor, is that, yes, Peloton, the at home, are going to gain more market share. They're going to gain a lot of the market share that the big box gyms had. However, boutique fitness is also going to gain an increased market share because, I mean, our Fort Mill location has been in operation for 20 months. Since June, which we reopened, we're at net plus 100 members.
Ooh.
Record months, record 90 days within the life cycle of our business. And that's nothing really changed. I mean, we got an incredible team there, but the thing is that there's a demand. People want people. People want people. People want to be a part of community. And at the end of the day, people can't hold themselves accountable. That's why they start over every Monday. And so
accountability partners.
Yeah, man, and that's why I'm trying to say, like, without sounding salesy, it's like, yo, this opportunity right now, it's a huge, 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 huge opportunity. And anyone that's on the edge, like, if you're thinking about it, jump in, explore it, because, you know, the next 12 to 24 months is going to be nuts.
Well, on that note, you don't sound salesy, my friend. If anything, I would push towards the direction of preachy, but I appreciate it. If anybody would like to continue this conversation, my cell phone is in the banner below. Shoot me a text, give me a call. I'm available all day, you know, up until about 7, 8 o'clock at night. Sometimes you can find me playing Ultimate Frisbee at midnight. Who knows? All right, Storm, we got some weather in Philadelphia today, buddy.
We do. Today is absolutely beautiful here. Right now, it's 58 degrees, but the real feel is in the low 60s, and we've got temperatures up in the 70s today. So I believe supposed to get up to 71, but real feel temps are around 73, 74. Not much of a wind, and it's pretty much cloudless right now. So a little bit of sunshine today. Absolutely beautiful here in Philadelphia.
Awesome. Today's episode is sponsored by Aldo's Coffee of Greenport, Long Island. Adam, let's get some credits.
See you guys.
I wanna see the light.
And I can't thank ISI and the family that it is enough. I still nitpick myself, but I no longer stand on the scale and, you know, cry and decide to skip meals because of a number on a scale.
I wanna see the light.
We're so different. We're like a family here. Once people walk through those doors, it doesn't matter if it's your first day, if it's your 100th day, everyone's gonna greet you, high five you, push you, motivate you.
It's people loving on one another. So it's real, it's not fake, like we're all just one big happy family. That's what I love most. It's all about that community of working together and just loving on each other.